Hello, I'm MightyJ Cosplay, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to turn from this to this. I start tracing the teeth using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in shade all around white. Then I trace the rest of the face using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in shade all over gray. Along the way, I also mark some highlight and shading spots using the white eyeliner. I prime my lips with a thin layer of white lipsticks, and then I start filling the teeth using the Maron Paradise paint in white. Then I'm mixing some Maron Paradise paint in yellow at the root of each tooth. Then I'm mixing a tiny amount of the Maron Paradise paint in light brown at the root of each tooth as well. Then I outline the root of each tooth using the Maron Paradise paint in dark brown. Then I mark some highlight spot all across my face using the Maron Paradise paint in white. Then I outline the rest of the teeth using the Maron Paradise paint in black. I fill most of the part under the teeth with the Maron Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray. Then I start doing some shading using the Maron Paradise paint in dark brown. Then I start shading between the teeth. Mostly what I do is I apply a tiny amount of Maron Paradise paint in black, then I use a dry brush to drag the paint downward. So basically I'm shading using a dry brush, and it helps to get very smooth gradients. I redo some of the white highlight, and then I shade next to the two long white highlight lines with the dark brown body paint using the dry brush method as well. For those two areas under the cheekbones, I fill them using the Maron Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray and shading it using the same black body paint. I then fill the areas on the cheek with the Maron Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray as well. I shade the contour of the nose with the dark brown body paint as well using the dry brush method. I fill the top of the nose with Storm Cloud Gray as well and mixing some white for highlight. I fill the nose hole with dark brown body paint as well, and I mix some black body paint at the top of them. For the area under the eyes, I first fill it with Storm Cloud Gray body paint, then I fill it with dark brown body paint starting from the eye and dragging it outward. Then I redo the highlight at the edge of those plates with the white body paint as well. Then I start filling the plates at the top of my head. So basically I fill them using the Maron Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray. I shade underneath them with the Maron Paradise paint in black and a liner brush. I create the shading using the dry brush method, and then I redo some of the highlight at the edge of the plates using the Maron Paradise paint in white. I repeat the process for pretty much all the plates on the top of the head. The plates on the face are kind of stacked on top of each other, with the bottom of the pile being at the top of the head and the top of the pile around the eyes. So that's the reason why I put the shading on the top part of each plate so that it casts a shadow on the plate under it. Before I forget it, I fill this hole right above the nose with some Maron Paradise paint in black. Yes, the process is kind of repetitive, but I continue filling the other plates with the same technique. For the middle of the top of the head, I outlined the two last plates with black body paint, and then I also outlined all the wrinkles on the top of the head with the black body paint as well. Then I filled the rest of the area with the Maran Paradise paint and Storm Cloud Grey. Then I used the Maran Paradise paint in dark brown, and I had some and mixed some around all the wrinkles on the top of the head to kind of create a shading around the wrinkles so that the black part is the deepest part of the wrinkles. Then I do the shading under the plates that are just above it with the black body paint and the dry brush method yet again. For that pointy end in the middle, I fill it with Storm Cloud Grey, then I shade on each sides with the black body paint and mixing it with a dry brush method, and then I redo the highlight in the middle with the Maran Paradise paint in white. For these two holes on the side, I outline them with the Maran Paradise paint in violet, then I fill them with the Maran Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Grey, and I draw wrinkles using the violet body paint. For the eyes, I start by using the orange from the Makeup Forever Flash palette as an eyeliner and putting it on my waterlines and setting that with an orange eyeshadow. Then I start painting the eyes over my eyelids with the yellow from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I verify the placement by taking a selfie. Once it's all right, I set it using a white and golden duochrome eyeshadow. Then I outline the eyes using an orange metallic eyeshadow. Once it's done, I outline the eyes using black eyeshadow and a liner brush. Then I fill the rest of the eye area using the silver from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I set it using a warm grey eyeshadow. For the teeth, I first set them using a white shimmery eyeshadow, then I redo the shading over the yellow body paint using a yellow eyeshadow, then I re-add a pinch of brown eyeshadow at the root of each tooth. I also had a pinch of white highlight with a white metallic eyeshadow, and I outlined the teeth using black eyeshadow and a liner brush. Then I set the most of the face using a light warm grey eyeshadow. Argyle is more like a warm grey tone, and since I couldn't mix two colors of body paint to get a warm grey, I decided to go with a cold grey body paint and set it using a warm grey eyeshadow. I'm shading under the eyes and under the cheekbones using darker shades of warm grey eyeshadows. I'm topping most of the white highlight spots using a white matte eyeshadow. Once it have all been applied using a liner brush, I then slightly blend it. I'm redoing some of the shading on the chin and on the wrinkles on the top of the head using a brown eyeshadow. I'm redoing most of the shading under the plates using a black eyeshadow and a liner brush, and basically I slightly drag the black eyeshadow with the brush to create a really tight shading. For those all on the sides of the head, I'm redoing the outline and the shading using a violet eyeshadow. Then I finish the look by adding a pinch of white highlighter at some spots. And this is the final result. So I did a cosplay SFX makeup of an Argyle from the video game Doom Eternal. So yeah, this is the second time that I do this character, because the first time I did it, I failed horribly. And in order to improve to do this try, I first did a drawing of an Argyle using Copic markers. So by doing that, I was able to know all the different shapes, all the shading, where I had to do it, which shapes were the most important, and it really helped me out to do this time and to succeed. Or at least to be better than the last time. So stay tuned, because at the end of the video I will also show a picture of the drawing, and in addition to the pictures, the photos I took of my makeup. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. If so, please feel free to give a like and subscribe to the channel for more Cosplay SFX makeup tips and tricks and Cosplay SFX makeup tutorials. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye!